Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. This is Natalie with Natalie's Closet, and today I am doing the 10 non-Yarny question tag. So I will be back in a sec. Natalie's Closet. Okay, so welcome back everyone. As I said, this is Natalie with Natalie's Closet, and today I am doing 10 non-Yarny question tag, and it took me a bit to try to figure out what to share with you that you didn't already know that just weren't silly things. So I know there's no stupid things, but I don't know if these things are actually going to be of any interest to you. But I was racking my brain and I came up with 10 things, and hopefully you find it interesting. And if not, I apologize. But I would love to welcome all of our new subscribers, and of course welcome back everyone else. Thank you all so incredibly much for coming back, watching my videos. You guys are amazing. And of course, I feel like a broken record, but if you are new, I would love it if you'd consider hitting the red subscribe button down below, as well as a notification bell next to that. Make sure you set it to all so you're notified anytime I upload a video. And of course, you guys are amazing with this, and I would love it if you'd continue to hit the like button as well as comment and share. Thank you guys so incredibly much. Seriously, if it wasn't for you guys, I wouldn't be here doing this, because I mean, I just sit here and talk to myself all the time, and Miley half the time is looking at me like, Mom, really? Again? But you guys make it all worth it, so thank you so incredibly much. I love you guys. You guys are awesome. Okay, so I am going to go ahead and get started. Now, if you're wondering, because you've seen my previous videos and you know what I've been doing since the start of the year, I'm going to go ahead and put this past getting to know you link in the cards above, so that if you would like to find out why it is that I'm doing all these challenges, you know, this week and next week, you'll be able to understand from that video. And I will go ahead and put it in the description box below, as well as the top pinned comment. So you guys aren't wondering like, why is she doing all this? This isn't what she normally does, but you'll understand. So, all right, 10 non-Yarny questions. Number one, well, actually, wait a minute. 10 non-Yarny, they're not questions. Hello. Wow, I've been saying this wrong. I probably have already wrote over, you know, these aren't questions type of a thing, because they're just things about me, and so they're not questions. I'm just giving you 10 non-Yarny points about me. Let's put it that way. Okay. So sorry. Anyway, okay. Number one. And these are in no particular order. No particular order. Just go with it. I used to sing lead soprano in our grammar school choir. I did go to Ukrainian Catholic school because I am Ukrainian, and I was lead soprano in our choir and loved it. I love singing. I sing by myself in my car. I don't necessarily sing in public, or like if my mom and I are in the car or whatever, I'll be singing, but not like full blown like I do when I'm by myself in my car, and people are probably looking at me like, okay, who is this freak, when they're, you know, looking over. But I'm not quite there with soprano anymore, but I do enjoy singing. Now, karaoke, I'd need a few drinks in me before I'd go up on a karaoke stage. But anyway, point number one. Point number two, and this is totally not like a bragging thing or anything. I just figured, I mean, some people when they hear it, they're like, oh wow, I didn't know that. But anyway, I started my first real job at like literally like the second I turned 16. Maybe a couple seconds before, but anyway, my first real job at 16, and ever since 16, I've been in some form of either managerial position or in a supervisory position of some kind. Did I include what my first job was here? I don't think I did, actually. Interesting. My first job was I worked at a movie theater, and I was a concession supervisor and head cashier in the box office, and had a lot of fun. I know I've referred to that job before because we've talked about, you know, certain people that used to come and hang out with my boss and stuff, but yeah, so I always had fun. I had been primarily in retail for 27 years, I think it is. Some form of retail that would include restaurant, which really isn't retail, but versus office, movie theater, restaurant, and then really retail as far as, you know, working in either department stores or like Bath and Body Works, Yankee Candle, that kind of stuff. I have also had multiple direct sales businesses like Mary Kay, really Party Light, candles, Avon, you know, those kinds of things. And of course have my own business now. So I am definitely the type of person I would prefer being an entrepreneur and working for myself versus working for somebody else. But I also love working retail and being knowledgeable in whatever it is that I'm selling. And I'm just very comfortable with customers, and I just enjoy selling, and just by having conversations, it's like I can sell them basically anything. They're just like, yeah, okay. But, and again, that isn't trying to be patting on that I'm just trying to talk to you guys and let you guys know me a bit. Okay, so number 3, you guys know I'm Ukrainian. I can speak, read, and write it, but I actually didn't speak English until I was about 5 years old. And so Ukrainian is my first language. English is my second language. And I started learning English from Sesame Street. That was my first entry into English. And I used to have a very heavy, like, I sounded like I was a DP. I had a very heavy accent when I was little, and the story that several people really like, yes, Frank and Tina, I know you guys talk about it, but when I think I was about 5, I was playing in the sandbox with some of my friends, and I was talking to them. I didn't speak English, so I was talking to them, and I was trying to explain to them that my baba and my guido, my grandma and grandpa, were coming. And so I'm speaking to them in Ukrainian, they're speaking to me in English, and we're not understanding each other. And so my mom comes to get me, and one of the little kids looked at my mom and goes, "Hey lady, is she speaking Martian?" Yeah, so I started speaking Martian, or at least that's what the kids used to think. So anyway, little tidbit of information. I attended I mentioned that already, but I attended a Ukrainian Catholic school. I'm sorry, no, I didn't mention this part. I attended Ukrainian school on Saturdays up until 8th grade, because that's when we moved to Florida, and that wasn't really available here. But yes, I went to American school. Well, it was a Ukrainian Catholic school, so I mean, you know, most of us spoke Ukrainian, but there were a lot of English-speaking students as well, or multilingual students, I should say. Monday through Friday, but then I also went to Ukrainian school on Saturdays. Were there other things I would have preferred doing on Saturday? Absolutely, 100%. But that's just what it was. Oh, and that could be a point too that I could have said. If I remember, I'm gonna add that as point 11. I'm adding an extra one. Not that it matters. It's not that big of a deal. Actually, I'm gonna just go ahead and add it here. I also did my debutante ball in Chicago when I was 18. I think 18. Wow, Mom, sorry. But I did do my debutante ball. If I can find a picture, I will post it here. If not, sorry. Not like hovering. I will have posted a picture, sorry. But anyway, I did do my debutante ball, and that was a lot of fun. We actually lived here at the time, so I had to learn the choreography long distance, and then I practiced basically when I went up there, but it was a lot of fun. And it was, oh yeah, I haven't gotten to that point yet, so anyway, let's see, point number 6 now. I have to remember that the numbers are off. In this, I'm guessing it's in the city specifically. I'm from Chicago, which Okay, that was one of my points, is that I'm from Chicago, but most of you guys know that. So I'm actually now at 0.7, but I am from Chicago. That was 0.6. 0.7 is in, I don't know if it was in city limits or if I think it was just in the city limits of Chicago. They accepted 2 people from each 8th grade into Lane Technical High School, which is my dad's alma mater. And at the time that he went, though, it was a boys' school. Right, Mom? Anyway, only 2 people from every 8th grade were eligible to be accepted into Lane Technical High School. My year of graduating 8th grade, they actually made an exception and took 3 of us, and I was one of the 3 that was accepted into Lane Tech. And let me tell you, I'm going to try to find a picture, and if I can, I'm going to post it here. Lane Tech, if you actually saw the school, you would think it was like a massive factory. Every class had like 1,200 students at the time that I was going there. I would have been going there. However, we made the decision, or my mom made the decision, that we were moving down to Florida, and we did it after I graduated 8th grade and I started my freshman year of high school here. But so then we were able to get the next person in line into the school. So they still accepted 3 people from our school into Lane Tech, but that was definitely, I was very proud of that. And I think my parents were too, but it would have been kind of cool, but also a little overwhelming because it was a massive school. I mean, like huge. And I hope I had found a picture to put in there. Anyway, this is point, I think, 8 now. I learned better by doing, like in school, especially in, once I was already in college, but it also applied in high school, I guess in any school really, but I learned better hands-on than being taught at by like in a lecture. And like in college, let's say one of the sciences I took, the lecture, I'm not going to say barely passed, but pretty close to barely passed. Labs, I was like, whether it was anatomy or anything like that, or anatomy and physiology, or I forget which chemistry or whatever, I was like the top of the top because I just learned better by doing. Give it to me, let me do it, I got it. Teach me, talk to me, or even reading, I have a hard time. I have to like read things like 5 times because my mind ends up wandering. But definitely a hands-on learner for me, and it's still the case today. You show me something, I get it done. You try to teach me it, no. Okay, so I think this is number 9. As far as school is concerned, I started out, from when I was really young, I wanted to be a pediatrician. I had the whole thing planned out. I was going to become a pediatrician. I was going to have my own office where I had a room in the back where I was going to be able to have like my own daycare with, you know, even if my employees, yes, it was going to be my practice. Whether it was fellow, you know, if I had another doctor in there, but, you know, any of the staff's kids and stuff, but my kids were going to be able to be there with me. Because I was going to have 5. But I had it all planned out. Forever I wanted to be a pediatrician because I love kids. I still love kids. I wanted 5. I have none, but I wanted 5 anyway. But if I wasn't for some reason going to be able to be a pediatrician or decided against it or whatever, my other options that I would have wanted to be was a criminal psychologist, because I would want to be studying specifically like serial killer minds, but like the really, really bad criminal minds, just to try to figure out what it is that makes them tick, type of a thing. Not because I'm like fascinated by serial killers, no. I mean, yes, am I interested in the stories and finding out? Yes, because I try to be very analytical and break it down and try to figure out what they could have been thinking and stuff like that. I still do that to this day. Or a forensic pathologist. I was going to be like the basically coroner, but a forensic pathologist. I wanted to be like the top. Of course, I wanted to be the boss, but because again, it's medicine, and I would be able to sit there trying to figure out what it was specifically that killed a person, and just have that analytical breakdown and try to pinpoint and just really. That's how my mind. That's my mind. That's just my mind. I'm very analytical. I'm very just. Yeah, I love mystery. I love all that kind of stuff, and I love to try to figure stuff out. Yeah, but I ended up in criminal justice. Well, I mean, that's not too far off of, forensic pathology, because you could be dealing with like the criminal element coming into your morgue, or criminal psychology, type of a thing. But I ended up in criminal justice, or finishing, up with criminal justice. But it works. I actually worked at the sheriff's office for a few years. That's kind of related to this question, so I'm not adding a point. But yeah, I worked at the sheriff's office. My ex-husband and I worked there. He was a deputy. I worked in the office. I had a lot of fun with that job. Okay, so anyway, number, I think, 10. No, because there's only supposed to be 11 points. So I don't know what number this is. I guess it should be 9. I have 3 half brothers and a half sister. However, I do not consider them half. They are my brothers and sister. Sadly, I don't get to see them often at all. They live out of state. Oh, my brothers live in one state. My sister lives in another state, and we don't get to see each other. But we try to stay in touch as often as possible. But yeah, I'm the only child with my mom and the oldest of 5 with my dad. I'm originally from Chicago. That was point number whatever up on top, but most of you I think already know that have been following me for a while, because I talk about Chicago and stuff. But I was born and raised there and moved down here when I was 14, I think. I can't remember. And point 11, I think point 11, because I kind of got off on a little bit of tangents there. I used to dance for many years in a Ukrainian dance group in Chicago that is still around to this day. I forget how old I was when I actually stopped, but I had to because of my back and I think my knee even. Yeah, I've had problems ever since then. But we did Ukraine. There were 3 different levels: the little kids, and then kind of like the middle group, and then the like big group, Hromovice, which it was that Hromovice is thunder. I was in Bliskovice, which is lightning, and Soneczko was the little kids, which is like sunshine. But I was in the middle group, and they're all still existing. Hromovice has toured the world multiple times over. When we still lived there, I wasn't in the group, but my mom was the manager of my group. No, she was just, she was the manager of my group, but also involved in Hromovice. And at that point, they toured in different states around the United States. But since they've been to Spain and Ukraine, they've been all over the world. Amazing group. I will actually, I think they have a website. Whatever I can find, they're also on Instagram. I will definitely share that in the description box below, as well as the top pinned comment. So if you want to check them out, feel free. Now most of it is through Zoom. They do all the during COVID, they were doing their dance practices every week on Zoom together. I thought that was pretty awesome. But my old dance teacher, not old, she is still the choreographer. Amazing woman. She is who choreographed my debutante ball, and was the MC at my wedding, actually. But anyway, but we did Ukrainian folk dance, kind of combined with ballet, jazz, and it was just kind of like a combination. She is amazing when it comes to what she comes up with. I mean, very truly gifted. One of the most gifted choreographers I think I could even imagine. Pani Siania, I don't think you watch my videos, but hi if you do. Anyway, so awesome. It was a lot of fun. a lot of hard work, and we did a lot of concerts. We actually did a Ukrainian version of the Nutcracker that was professionally taped. That was a lot of fun. I was a snowflake, and I think one of the Chinese, yeah, I think those were the only two parts. If I can find pictures, I will post them here. Yeah, I had a slightly fluffy physique even back then, but anyway, I love dancing. So that is that in a nutshell about me. I apologize that I went off on tangents and added points when they weren't originally on here, and that I repeated some stuff, but that is some non-Yarny stuff about me that you may or may not have known. I don't know what of any of that I have shared over the last year and a half since I've had my YouTube channel, whether and or privately with any of you that I'm, you know, friends with. But I hope you enjoyed that. And that was actually quite fun. It kind of took me back a bit. Again, kind of got a little long-winded there. But anyway, if you have any questions about anything that I mentioned, or if you would like to know more information, or if you didn't quite understand something for whatever reason, please feel free to leave it in the comment section down below, or you can email me, again, PM me, DM me, whatever way you know how to contact me, feel free, and I will, you know, try to either clarify or answer your questions. And this is going to be 2 weeks of these, you know, kind of being on a break, but still posting videos. So I'm probably going to have to break up a getting to know you into 2 videos, because I don't want to make it like 3 hours long, because I don't know what it is that I may end up having to share. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this. So as far as who I'm going to tag on this particular video, I am going to tag Catherine with Cat's Eye Catchers, Tammy with Twisted Stitches, Reggie with J-Hook Crochet. I don't think they've done this yet, and I'm going to tag, I don't think Sandy with Left is Right Crochet has done this one, and if you have, Sandy, I apologize, but I'm tagging you. But obviously if you did it, then you did it already. Let's see who else. I'm also going to, I'm trying to think quick on my feet, which is not easy to do these days. The 2 people I would like to tag are like ridiculously busy and rarely have a chance to even get their like once a month videos up, so I'm not gonna put them through that. One already did the first tag video that I did last week or 2 weeks ago, whenever that was. Who else do I want to tag? Okay, I'm gonna tag Andrea, the Crazy Poppy Lady. So Angela, what is my problem? I did that on another video before. Angela, please forgive me. But Angela with the Crazy Poppy Lady, since she tagged me for a different tag video. So you 5 are tagged, and the rest of you are tagged. If you haven't done it already, feel free. I've tagged you. Go ahead and do it. And I would love to hear some information about you guys. If you don't have a channel, feel free to leave it in the comment section below. If it's too personal, feel free to email me. That's fine. I have no problem with that. But I hope you guys have a wonderful day. Miley says hi and bye to her peeps. My mom, of course, as always, says hello to everybody. And thank you all so incredibly much for all of your thoughts and prayers for us, as well as our 2 friends, and just in general. You guys are amazing. Remember, for every season, there's reason to crochet. Love, hugs, and prayers to everybody. Extra prayers for those who need it. Did I just say that? I don't think so, but I genuinely mean it, like sincerely. But my brain seriously seems to sometimes just take a pause, and, well, not a pause, it just takes darn right break. But yes, I love you guys. Thank you so incredibly much for your support, and you guys are all amazing for watching my videos from start to finish. Thank you, as well as the ads. You guys blow me away. But thank you so incredibly much, and I will talk to you guys soon. Have a great day. Bye.